Today I would like to share with you what I have learned so far in the book Atomic Habits by James Clear and some of my own thoughts on how digital artists could apply this information to their own habits related to digital art. So if you are an artist doubting your own skills and you want to know how your beliefs affect the actions you take to become a better artist, carry on watching. There are quite a few ways to create a new habit or break a bad one. Recently, I have come across the book Atomic Habits, where James Clear speaks about the human behavior and what plays a role in making a new habit or breaking a bad one. When it comes to habits, James says that the first mistake we make is that we try to change the wrong thing. There are 3 layers of possible change. The first layer is changing your outcomes. This means that you are trying to change the results or outcomes. For example, you set a goal that you want to make a new illustration. According to him, most of the goals are based on this layer of change. The second layer is changing your process. This means that you are trying to change your habits. It could mean that you will try to draw every day for 1 hour, or that you will read books and take courses that teach you about art. James Clear says that most of the habits that you build are associated with this level of change. And the third level of change is changing your identity. And this is where it becomes interesting, in my opinion. This is where you try to change your beliefs, your opinions, assumptions, and your self-image. So your outcomes are about what you get. In other words, those are the results you get. Your processes are about what you do. In other words, those are the actions you take. And your identity is about your beliefs. James Clear says there are 2 types of habits. The first type are outcome-based habits. This means that we tend to change our habits according to what results we want to achieve. It was my previous example when you decide to draw every day for 1 hour. The second type are identity-based habits. This means that we shift our focus on who we want to become. And this is the most important part to realize, who we want to become. James Clear says that most people don't even consider identity change when they want to change something or when they want to create a new habit. They simply set the goal, I want to draw a new illustration. They decide what actions they will take. I will draw every day for 1 hour. But they don't consider the beliefs that drive their behavior. I'll give you an example of a typical question that I get from people who I know, and my typical answer that I give them that reflects my beliefs. Their question is, why don't you find a normal job instead of wasting time trying to draw pretty pictures? My typical answer usually is, well, I'm trying to get money doing art because I don't really like waitressing. But according to this book, I still believe that I'm a waitress who is trying to become somebody else. I should answer something like this instead. Because I am an artist and my goal is to work as an illustrator. This should signal an identity change when waitressing used to be part of my life before, but it's not part of my life now. You basically need to be convinced yourself to be able to convince others. To further explain, I will give you an example not related to art. I haven't eaten meat or eggs for the last 5 years. And I don't think I would have been able to not eat those for such a long time if I didn't believe that animals don't deserve to be killed and then my overall health is better without animal products anyway. One thing I realized a long time ago is that if you don't genuinely believe in a certain thing, you cannot make the change long term, or you won't even consider if you should or should not make the change. It's the beliefs that make you behave in a certain way and take certain actions, and it's the behavior and actions you take that give you the results. Anyway, back to the book. James Clear says that another thing that is important when you want to create a new habit is to feel proud. His exact words in the book are, the more pride you have in a particular aspect of your identity, the more motivated you will be to maintain the habits associated with it. So for example, you as a digital artist need to be proud of the level of skills that you currently have to be able to create the necessary habits that will help you to improve your art further. If you are proud of your art, you will be more likely able to spend a few hours a week sketching, learning, simply focusing on your art. You will do your best to get better because you will feel motivated. This comes down to your mindset, and I created a video where I help you with 4 mindset shifts if art of other artists make you feel miserable. So go and watch this video if you want to be proud of your art today, but after you watch this video. When you think about it, your actions are usually the reflection of your beliefs, of your identity. They usually reflect what type of person you believe you are. The way you talk to yourself also shapes a certain identity for you. If this is what you keep telling yourself, I will never improve. I'm so bad at choosing the right colors for my art. I'm simply not able to get money because no one creates worse art than me. Over time, you will really believe these negative thoughts and you will accept them as a fact, as the way you are. And the more time you spend repeating these negative thoughts to yourself, the more difficult it will be to change. So start the change today. Another thing that the book mentions is that when you present yourself in a certain way, you will want to maintain the self-image and you will behave accordingly. It doesn't matter how far you've got. Do you draw? Do you sing? Do you write? Yes, you do. So it means that you are an artist and that you are not getting paid for it yet. It doesn't matter now, as long as you keep going. Someone who goes to the gym to build muscle as a hobby or as a way to treat their health well is not getting paid for it either. And guess what? They call themselves bodybuilders because that's what they believe they are. They do things that bodybuilders do, they create habits that help them keep going, and they believe it. They are proud of what they achieved. Well, guys, to sum it up, to see any type of progress, you need to make changes in thinking and beliefs, which can lead to changes in behavior, habits, and those actions that we take. I am honestly really excited about this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear, so it is very possible that in the future I will create similar videos on this topic to share with you what I learned. Let me know in the comments below if you would be interested in this type of content and if there are any old habits you would like to get rid of or any new habits you would like to create. See you in the next video. Ciao!